I'm sure that a lot of you are following the news nowadays because it is so sensational and so mind-numbing and mind-blowing. It has taken our focus off our lockdowns and coronavirus completely. I mean, a very popular actor kind of is staged that he has died by suicide, and clearly there are so many indiscrepancies in which the way in which the investigations were carried out, and all these things are coming out 48 days after he killed himself or whatever happened with him. There are so many theories, there's so much going on, and it is freaky. But there's something of all these things, there's something just I noticed, and I felt like that is something that we need to speak about. So in all these theories of what's going on, apparently, let's just look at it from a very different angle right now, all right? If you consider the suicides in this industry, then if the theory is to be believed, then there are these two ladies who have probably been popped off in a way which looks like they killed themselves or they just threw themselves off a building, whatever. And the supporting theory is that they were pregnant, and apparently it's the same person behind that. And apparently, I'll have to use this, I think people find that there is no other way to deal with the situation but to actually get those women killed. If we had to believe this is the truth, okay, for 1 second, what disturbs me is that just because you have sex with someone and the woman gets pregnant, why you should kill her? Why not use protection? From my own personal experience, from talking to other women, talking to other men, also finding out through my research that educated men, young men of today, and they could be in any profession, they could be having multiple sex partners, but somewhere they don't believe they need to use protection. And I think it has got a lot to do with masculinity than simple common sense. So I'm bringing this focus onto this very part because look at it. If protection was used, or if the girl was not pregnant, then apparently in that particular scenario, these girls would still be alive. What disturbs me is that this particular aspect of not using protection because you're a man, it really baffles me out. I mean, I have been in a relationship where I have requested the other person to use protection, not just because of I don't know where he has been before that, but I have not been just with one person. And even if you have been with one more person but you haven't got yourself tested, there are chances that you may be a carrier of some infections and you don't know it. Factually, most of the STDs and STIs just stay dormant in your body. You may not even know you have them. And men become silent carriers of STIs because they don't show symptoms as much as women show symptoms. So it becomes more mandatory for everyone's protection that you use protection. Birth control is not the only worry to worry about, and clearly in this case, if that is what has happened, somebody has not worried about birth control, or somebody thinks this very deeply inside their heads that birth control is a woman's job, or it's something she needs to take care of. Like if someone gets pregnant, they should just abort the child. But frankly, the question is whether the consent was followed in the sex part. And even if a woman wants to keep her child, it's her right. She can keep her child. So you getting her killed, I mean, what have you made of your life? So what I want to really say is that all of us need to be aware of the fact that there are these simple things that chivalry, if it is present in men and even women, you should follow. These are basic things that you need to follow if you have an active sex life. Even if you are with one single person or many, today you don't know. There are some infections which also spread just through skin to skin contact. You don't need to be a cheater to get infections. It's very simple common sense to follow basic hygiene everywhere, right? And this is exactly what this pandemic is teaching us, that hygiene is so important in our lives. So the point that I'm trying to make is that men, please use protection. It is way convenient for you to just wear a condom. It is cost effective, it protects you from a lot of things, and it is basic manners that you need to follow. If you are in a relationship and your woman wants it, and you've reached a point in your life where you have been active with each other for a long time, you can kind of go ahead with either doing the pull-out method, or practicing safe sex methods but not wearing a condom. But it's purely on two people, and consent has to be valued. If a woman tells you, please wear a condom, please wear one. And if she tells you no, please stop. I think it's the most basic thing you can do, because when you don't do that, when you say yes, I will wear one, and you don't wear one and you simply shove it inside, it is non-consensual, it is rape. Even if it is with your girlfriend, even if it is with someone you were okay to have sex with, but she resented the fact that you're not wearing a condom, it is forced sex. It's not good. And God forbid you get any infections out of it. Please practice safe sex. It goes without saying for everybody today.